I agree with you, but I'm gonna go by it. And I'm listening to you say $16. When you said that, I'm just sitting there thinking like I go pay $20 in the gas station almost every day, just to go to work. So a $20 bill, we break that all the time. So to pay $16 for something that's educational to provide to your children and something for you, you got me.
Thank you, CJ.
So
Thank you so much.
I'll
And
be
it's
out there buying
reusable.
one.
It's not going to expire on you. You and plus, I want you guys. I want feedback. I've been trying to get more feedback from families playing the game, so I can get some put it out there. It's just been very difficult. But you know what? You have been so encouraging to me because I realize there are people out there that do support Black entrepreneurs, that see our vision, that want us to be successful because we want to create jobs. We want to get the respect of our community that we rightly deserve. And we want to bring our gifts and our talents so that our dollar circulates in our community and not going
Mhm.
out. And that only way that's going to happen is we have to coalesce over that idea of Black power in our dollar.
And you just hit it on the head. And one thing is this, though. Somebody got to be the forerunner. Somebody got to go out there and do it for other people to follow. And so, thank God for a person like you who has took the mantle and say, you know what, if ain't nobody else gonna do it, follow me. So we need more leaders like yourself. Um, so on that note, how did you become a game creator?
Well, in December 21, after taking care of my brother, that was another thing. I just said, I need something for me to hold on to. And so I was awakened out of my sleep. I had this dream, this vision. And so I just ignored it, but it just kept coming
Mhm.
to me. And so I went to my local hardware store, and literally, I'm not lying, literally, I closed my eyes and I could see it. And he said, Mom, this is so fun. So I went home, got a plate of food, and I said, okay, Lord, we have the concept. What do you want me to do with this? And so while I was outside, the mathematical formula started coming to me, and I fun. And then my granddaughter convinced me. She said, Gigi, you have to put it out there. This game is so fun. It's fast. I like it. It's different. And so here we are today.
Oh man, that's cool. That's cool. So I think you kind of explained that to us. Your long term purpose, your long term business goal is to provide something where you can hire people and people can get more involved. So
And the
so let me
past,
ask you.
and the past also too. Don't forget, I 61 is young. However, my
Mhm,
long term goal is not only create jobs, but I'm hoping that I get the infrastructure to pass the baton over to some young person, and so they
mhm,
can continue the legacy of Zochi and having our footprint in the game industry, whether that's non traditional games. Like the tabletop, the board games, as well as some digital games. But like I told CJ earlier, I'm not looking for digital games that's going to be violent. Many of our kids see violence in their daily life. We don't want violent
mhm,
games. We want games that's going to empower their minds. It's going to help them to think critical. So we want games that our children are going to walk away and feel good type of situation and learn from them. And so that's my long term. I also want some investments in some scholarships and different things, send kids not only to college, but
mhm.
give money for kids to go to vocation school because everybody doesn't want to go to college. We need to plant seed in different variety of educational opportunities so our people can be independent. And that's what I want Zochi to be a part of. I want her to stretch her tentacles in different areas that's going to empower our people.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. And I think Zocha got the potential to be one of the biggest companies it is. You know, it's all about how you see it. You know, and if you got the vision, and if you got the, as you were saying earlier, the determination to keep moving forward, even when things not looking good, you know, it's
Mhm.
like you just gotta keep moving because you have something, and it's not gonna be peaches and creams all the time. You know, we're gonna
Yeah.
go through some stuff. You're gonna go through some hard times. You're gonna have some people that not on board with you, people close to you not wanting to support you, but God gave you something that you saw in a dream, and it has manifested itself to the point where it is now. Keep on going. So, how do you plan to partner with larger companies in the gaming industry?
Now that part, I have to admit, I haven't thought about it as much because
Mm-hmm.
even if you want to partner with them, you have to show up with receipts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so once this game starts selling, I have thought about partnering with Hasbro. I did go to they had invited me to one of their little online um, conference, not a conference, I don't even know what it's, some online training about submitting games to them for consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is an avenue that some people do. They'll create games and then they'll sell it to them. I'm not opposed to that too much. However, I think if it allows us to be lucrative, where we can still exist in our space and create, still
Mm-hmm.
continue to get the revenue that we can do to help our children, I'm not opposed to that at all. But I
Mm-hmm.
think so often we start something and it takes off among our people, and then the owners start making a lot of money, and then we sell it, but our
Mm-hmm.
people still think we own it, and we're finding out we don't own it anymore, someone else own it. And I think that we should stop doing that. I think
Mm-hmm.
we really should stop giving away our enterprises to where we have to rely on other people to produce the products or services. um, it's just, I just believe in black ownership. We can
Mm-hmm.
create Wall Street, Black Wall Street today like it was back then. We have billions and billions of dollars out there. We have more buying power, so there's no reason for us not to build enterprises that's going to benefit our people and build a legacy for our kids that can come generational and generational. We have the talent, we just need to coalesce around each other and support each other and respect our clients, our consumers, not because they're black, just take advantage of them, but no, give them the best service possible so we can grow together. I think that, and we are capable of doing that.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. You know, like the one thing you just said, that a lot of times too, you get a product, or they're just saying in the film industry. I've seen this, or I've read it a lot, where they come up with this manuscript, and so then somebody want to buy it. Say, "Oh, I'll give you $1 million for that." Well, if they want to buy it for 1 million, then how much is this really worth? So a lot of times we'll sell off our stuff, as you said, for somebody else to actually reap the
Mm-hmm.
great benefits of it, because we take it like, oh man, $1 million, I'm taking that, but not knowing that what I had in my possession was worth $100 million.
Mm-hmm. Or a
So,
billion long
uh,
term.
hey, yeah, because 100 million is that's the new million now. So we talk about billionaire status now. Let's go. So, so as we get ready to wrap this up, with yourself being a veteran, can you tell us some of the things about the the business that you've been working in, as far as helping veterans with their benefits?
So many of our minority veterans don't know how to submit their claim, or maybe don't understand the process. And all the veterans outside of minorities as well, but our groups are unique. Um, because a lot of times too we just don't know. We go word of mouth. Somebody tell us don't do it, so you believe it. Maybe you get your letters, you don't understand it. And so because I worked with the VA for 30 plus years, and I understand how difficult it is to navigate through that process, I made it my mission to help veterans to gain access to their benefits, and not on, and also too, to be realistic, to let them know if they don't have a strong claim, because sometimes they don't have a strong claim and they think that maybe they're being discriminated against, but it's
Mhm.
all based on evidence. So if you don't have the evidence, you're not going to get the outcome that you want. And so I'm able to explain that to them. And then if they do have the evidence, I'm able to help them to navigate on how to get that evidence, how to communicate to the doctor when they go. Because let's say, for example, when it comes to mental health, we know in our community we kind of like, oh, mental health is taboo. So if you are
Mhm.
a veteran and you go to a mental health doctor, you're going to sit there and like, yeah, how he may say, how you doing? Oh, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Well, you tell him you're good, you might get a lower rating, as opposed to you telling him, doc, I can't sleep, I can't stand the silence, I'm having problems with my judgment, I'm irritable, I don't want to be around my family, you know. And so when I meet veterans like that are having difficulty, CJ, of communicating their symptoms, and if they have a spouse or they have a girlfriend, then I coach them on what to say to go with that veteran and be his advocate. And so I really want to help our minority veterans to get the level of disability rating that they rightly deserve, and to help coach them in how to prepare for their examinations and how to communicate with the examiner so they can get the best outcome. And I just do a little bit extra than what the department will do, because I have the time, and then I know, as a Black veteran myself who went through the process, I have firsthand knowledge of the experience. And so it's just playing it forward. I'm just playing it forward, taking that knowledge, taking my experience, and just helping our veterans who need help.
Again, glad we got somebody like you that cares and is willing to help. So, as we wrap this up, is there anything else that you would like to share with our audience today?
Yeah, briefly, I just want to encourage you, those of you who have children that love digital devices, their screen, their phones, their video games, please encourage balance. What I mean by that, studies show that 1 to 2 hours per day they recommend. Anything beyond that, it can lead to some issues like withdrawal, reducing their grades and stuff, irritability, not being able to have social skills among their peers. And a true test would be this: take the device away from your kid and see what type of emotion if they get angry, they become withdrawn, then you know your child is looking at too much digital device and you need balance. And that's why I encourage you to purchase my game, because it allows your child to get some balance playing a game with you. It's a multi-generational game. They can have grandma, grandpa, it doesn't matter, because it's a chance style game, and it's everyone can have fun connecting like we used to. And then finally, if you want to know more about my games, you can visit Zochi. That's ZOCHEY.com. And you can see the images of the game. You can listen to the videos. But most importantly, I would love for you to buy my game. But more importantly, guess what? I want balance. I really want our kids to rebuild their social skills, so when they go to school in the classroom, they know how to act. They know how to act civil and respectful of each other. And that can start with you, parents. You are the advocate for that. So please join me in advocating for digital balance. Our kids deserve it. They deserve the best that we can give them and preparing them for their future. And that is what I'm trying to do with encouraging digital balance and creating these fast, amazing games to keep their attention so they can connect again with family and friends.
Hey, appreciate you. I'm definitely gonna get the game because as I'm sitting here listening to you talk, I got a 13-year old, and exactly what you said. If you take the phone away from them or the game, they whole demeanor changes. Like if I'm not happy or I'm upset because this is what they do all day, every day. So
But I will
we're
tell
gonna play
you
this
this,
game.
CJ, when you play the game, I want to tell your audience too, because people could, oh, they want to play it in the traditional way, and God does things new, right? And this is a new day. So when you play the game, I want you to stop thinking about the way things are, the way we've been doing things, because new
Mhm.
things are emerging all the time. If you follow the instructions, if you don't like to read, look at the video, because the game does play different. But if you play the game the way God lays it out, you are going to have fun.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's what I tell people, because people get upset. I had recently had someone play it. She said, "Oh, you need to change it." But then when I explained the concept behind it, she was like, "Oh, wow, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you promote this because it is different, but it is
Mhm.
fun." So take your time, enjoy it, have fun playing with the 13-year-old. Talk to him about why it's important to not be on his screen, on listening to his phones all the time or paying digital.
Hey, you said it all. Hey, I appreciate you all for coming on the Money Way, listening to the Money Way Show today. My girl Serena, check out her new games, check out her book, and support Zoe Enterprise. That's what we're gonna call it. Thank you for tuning in to the CJ Moneyway Show. This your boy CJ Moneyway.